Some famous moments here on this map for EnVyUs. You think to, Taimu popping off with the Widowmaker, point blank Genji headshot in the 1v1. The start of the reverse sweep versus meta Athena.
Yeah.
So they kind of need to troll on that energy from the past.
Feels like
try to have some success here.
The Volskaya Industries, what they've been manufacturing so far has always been the hopes of EnVyUs, and we'll wait and see what EnVyUs wants to run on defense, but this is where Chips made his first, professional in Korea Sombra play debut. So we got them back into it. Sombra play on Route 66, leaving somewhat to be desired. Same with Taimu, of course, on Hanamura. But it's going to be Arhan, who's obviously on defense here now, going to be running the Sombra. The 2-2-2. Recry going to be the main DPS here on the high ground. And Coco on Reinhardt. Is this real? I doubt it, but would love to see it just because it's been a while, not because I think it fits the composition. Not switching.
I think they're actually going to run this. So Mickey is going to be on the Winston, and Coco's going back over to Reinhardt. So this is intriguing to say the least as they go ahead and they push forward. Get around the first choke. AF.Blue playing back towards the point as per usual.
Obviously, Reinhardt's going to be very vulnerable to Sombra hacking. This will drop his shield, but not when everyone's grouped up together here on the high ground. Grabbing out the fire strike here, and so far so good. They're just trying to perhaps collapse on a pick here. Donghyun does retreat.
I think what they still have to be concerned about is going to be that EMP from Arhan. He's building up towards that 165% for him.
There's the hack I was talking about. No shields here for Coco. No health pack either. And this is a big problem. He's taken out immediately by Recry, who's left his own devices up here. In fact, not a whole lot of space to work with.
Yeah, I mean, the Discord orb comes down, and he is just going to fall immediately. So, in fact, getting taken out as well. So that one's going to get stopped out, but they're still sticking with it.
Yeah, not willing to swap either. And it's going to have to be somehow, some way tracking down Arhan, preventing him from hitting the hacks. The hack's the hard part. The EMP's the easy part in terms of getting rid of that shield. Only at 36% of the way towards that Earth Shatter too. So it's not looking very successful so far for EnVyUs. Speaking of the EMP.
Okay, Pulse Bomb comes down. I think Effect killed himself on it actually. And yeah, EMP does get dropped. Chips goes down. Jump over the top looking for Mickey as he drops dangerously low. Harry Hook as well will be sprayed down. And he barely makes it back around the corner in time, but Taimu cannot say the same for himself. And, well, Mickey will just die in the end anyway. So massive staggers coming through, and, well, this is not looking good.
No, it's not looking good at all, EnVyUs fans. But keep in mind, part of the problem with this, too, is the lack of experience for Mickey on the Winston with this swap as well. Feels like they just want to run heroes they like here, make a statement in this last game, but unfortunately, the statement hasn't been very strong so far.
I'm not getting the message, whatever the statement is.
Taimu's got that tack visor. He's going to maybe try to swing around here and find something.
If this is them trying to ham it out, have a little bit of fun with some of their favorite picks, then
hacked.
Perfectly understandable. Coco, yeah, as you say, we'll go ahead and get hacked. EMP is also available. Sound barrier comes down. Surprisingly, we don't see the EMP dropped, and just go ahead and negate that one. That's going to be the single-man Earth Shatter as he does swing his way to victory, taking out Arhan. Self-destruct will be coming through. Coco's got the shield for everybody to duck behind. But the leap comes down. Taimu's going to drop. Mickey goes down as well as Recry is just operating on this high ground alongside Lucid, just hailing down bullets and balls, just taking out EnVyUs yet again.
So I don't know what to say. The spread was real. Coco's just being simply outplayed. The Reinhardt here is a relic of the old meta. When you watch it, he switched now to the Winston, but when you watch it played like this, you could see why it's no longer played in the meta. If you're wondering, oh, why isn't Reinhardt coming back? Why is Kaiser always tweeting about that? Well, you could see why. Just kind of left alone there. The dive compositions, the more mobile heroes, the hacks coming out, especially from Sombra, giving him hell essentially as he tries to find anything. The one-man Earth Shatter was just not going to cut it.
Yeah. Well, they're just having fun at this point in time. Trying to poke him from the backside. Drops out that tack visor. Able to duck around the corner. He goes dangerously low.
Well, he's alone, sadly,
yeah,
and
there you go.
Kind of been the story of his DPS tonight. Trying to find something all alone.
They tried massive EMP drop in there from Arhan. As they try to follow up, Coco's going to go down. Helix Rocket straight into Effect. We'll find that kill, and it's just going to be Afreeca.Blue counting them down, looking for this full hold here on point A with 18 seconds remaining. So Envy just going to be going down in this one.
Yep, I mean, there's not much else to say about it. This is basically impossible to execute. Chips isn't even hitting his heels here. That's the nano, but no one's near the point. 2 seconds to go. We're going to see one last attempt here, but everyone's already solo. This feels hopeless.
Yeah, Coco just going to go ahead, leap forward, try to kill Lucid, but he's going to die. I think he's dead. Self-destruct thrown down by Donghyun, so.
Ceremonious.
That's pretty much going to be it. Yeah, overtime does tick down. And AF.Blue probably getting a little bit too excited.
Especially Lucid.
I mean, they didn't really do well. It was more so EnVy just not doing anything.
It was more like, yeah, I mean, we saw the old meta attempted Reinhardt here, and it wasn't even really run like the old Reinhardt was run. It was really just saying, okay, here's two things. We're going to have Mickey play Winston, who's not experienced out, remove the Devo completely, which means no defense matrix, and Coco's going to play a hero that really struggles against the Sombra on this map when he's out in the middle of the capture point. And it's funny because when we saw Sombra used at the beginning, it was really cool when sometimes you see that sick translocator into a hack on the Reinhardt, and a play was made from it, and it was on the front page of Reddit. Everyone was talking about her. Maybe they stopped Zarya from using a Graviton Surge, but in this case, it's just totally standard. Everyone knows how to play Sombra now. Everyone knows how to deal with a Reinhardt like this, and I mean, it was destined to fail from the start, you would say. It would have been definitely a miracle. It would have been game-breaking, and everyone would have been rethinking the meta if this composition that we saw from EnVyUs actually worked out. But the more likely outcome is the one that occurred, and now just one tick required for Freecs Blue. Feels bad, man.
I mean, they're trolling a bit less with the defensive comp, at least.
That's true. It's going to be the meta Athena crushing comp that we saw with Chips showing that Sombra yet again. And, you know, it was back then, months ago now, in the round of 16, where we thought, will Chips play the Sombra at all? Hadn't really shown it that much in professional play beforehand. And it was the story of him with the crazy holds against Meta Athena, buying so much time. Repeating that performance now today, will he do it? Seems unlikely, but let's find out, Achilles.
Well, Chips at high, didn't get any percentage there, and effect has already almost gone down. Chips yet again just poking his way in, just building all of his percentage up from his health packs coming through. And AF.Blue just need that first tick to come through in order to close out this series. Make it a very swift one. A couple kills do come down here for EnVyUs. Get Donghyun. Come out of the mech. They will find Mono as well, but not without losses of their own as Mickey does fall. Has to kite back a bit, but is already very swiftly building up for this Dragon Blade. 80% accrued for him. He's in a good spot. We'll cut down Coco, and he's that much closer. And
could be used right away, actually.
I expect him to just draw that one out and just cut his way through onto that 33.3%.
Here we go.
Just come down, finds one. Harry Hook dies. Taimu tailing it out of there, and Aran, you can see he wants to try to find him, wants to try to get that kill. Bit of the extra vengeance, perhaps.
Chips, I think, got a 4-man EMP, but no one was even nearby, so again, it just didn't matter.
Well, Taimu finds two. Recry popping his own Jack Visor will take down Mickey. And a final contest comes through from Coco, gets pooped off right at the last second, but Chips is there to follow up. Puts himself into the point. Harry rejoining. Sound barrier down here from Freecs Blue as they seek the closest one out. Chips just sprinting around in stealth. He'll go ahead and leap out just a little bit more.
There you go.
And there you have it. Well, EnVy, they screwed around a little bit less on the defense, but overall, I'll just be blunt about it, Wolf. I don't think they gave a shit.
I mean, we saw some fan service attempted there with the Coco Reinhardt, and I have to second your opinion, Achilles, because it looked like Freecs really wanted that one, and EnVyUs had already, at least metaphorically, taken their hands off the keyboard. So it was just